Over the last few years, the American consumer has felt a distinct shift. Prices have risen, supply chains have stalled, and we've become accustomed to the sight of empty shelves in our local stores. But the era of struggling to navigate a fractured, multipolar world is coming to a close. To solve the problem of scarcity, the system is being overhauled into something resembling a global subscription. Welcome to America Prime. For decades, the global economic engine relied on the petrodollar, a system where oil was traded in U.S. currency. But that grip was loosening. Other countries began trading outside the dollar, and China's economic influence was rapidly expanding into every corner of the market. To reclaim the top spot, the current administration has initiated a massive corporate restructuring of the global order. By systematically buying out or dismantling the competition on the world stage, the U.S. is positioning itself to be the primary engine of a new domestic economic cycle. The first perk of this new arrangement is the transition away from the old Saudi-backed petrodollar and toward a system where we control the source. This strategy involves the neutralization of rival suppliers. By taking control of the world's largest heavy crude reserves in Venezuela, the U.S. brings massive oil assets back under American financial supervision. That captured crude is routed directly to the U.S. Gulf Coast. We possess a specialized refining complex built specifically to process heavy sour crude, an infrastructure advantage that no other nation can currently match. When you combine these captured global assets with our own domestic gas production, the world shifts to a hybrid pro-LNG dollar. It makes America the dominant exporter of energy to the rest of the planet. Modern data centers and e-commerce logistics hubs require a massive, uninterrupted supply of physical electricity to function. Without baseload power, the digital economy simply stops. The destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline rewired the European energy system permanently. By removing the Russian option, the U.S. nearly doubled its share of the European liquid natural gas market, effectively becoming the primary power source for the data centers that train the next generation of AI models. Further south, the fall of the Syrian government severed the connection point for China's Belt and Road Initiative, destroying a critical overland railway that allowed energy to bypass Western naval routes. Neutralizing Iran is the final step in this sequence. It chokes off the primary energy supply that America's largest technological rival depends on. This is the Malacca trap. With overland pipelines gone, China's energy imports must transit through easily monitored maritime choke points. Constricting these routes ensures U.S. servers have maximum uptime, while foreign competitors are physically limited by their inability to power their compute infrastructure. With rival pipelines gone and overland routes closed, Europe and Asia find themselves with almost no energy alternatives. The maritime trade routes that remain are under the direct supervision of the American military. To pay for the energy they need to survive, foreign institutions are forced to liquidate their gold and cryptocurrency holdings just to buy U.S. dollars. The United States has emerged as the only scaled energy supplier left on the map, turning both allies and rivals into a captive market. This global shift secures a specific American domestic reality. We are positioning the United States to function as the capital city of the world. Having a monopoly on cheap energy lowers the overhead for every factory on American soil, encouraging companies to move their production back to our shores. Because the U.S. manages the energy grid and the hardware fabrication required for advanced computing, American logistics networks can achieve levels of efficiency that unmanaged systems simply cannot match. For you, this means inexpensive goods, lightning-fast shipping, and a shielded domestic market. You don't need to track the price of oil or the status of foreign pipelines to feel the impact of these macro-level victories. The entire global board has advantage of everything included in your membership to the American empire.